If you were my friend, you wouldn't hold it.
We're not
your
friends.
Exactly.
I'm sure you're not confused
so
about
don't
that.
be
We literally don't speak.
Hey, so don't be friends. So why did you come out when I invited? So why are you coming here saying no, one in that
I wasn't calling you war. Like your nose was stopped. Like
get away.
This is the funniest fight I've seen in a while in Bbnaija reunion, and the reaction of the housemates were not even helping matters. It's like Emmanuel came to serve us memes at this reunion, because from the first episode to this one, he has just been giving facial expressions up and down. Then Ibuka's facial expression was also very funny. Ibuka has also been doing that. It's like he's just there to enjoy the drama. He's just there to receive whatever drama the housemates are there to, put out. So this episode of the reunion was up and down. The beginning part did not wow me at all, because I was thinking that the issue between Arin and Nini, it was even one big thing like that. My hopes were high. Now, only for me to hear what caused the issue and what is going on, it's just like so the thing was just like up and down. In fact, let's just get straight into how it happened from the beginning and everything that happened at the reunion. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please do subscribe, turn on your post notifications so I can get notified when I post a brand new video, and don't forget to give today a thumbs up. So before I even start talking about anything, I just want to use my platform to say that if you are in Nigeria and you want this country to be better, please go and get your PVCs, your permanent voters card. Do not give into the idea that your vote doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter, they will not be buying your votes. So I just want to put that out there. Moving on. So the reunion started off with Nini and Arin. Obviously, what brought up the issue was the question that Angel asked Nini. So basically, Angel asked Nini that if they were talking about Arin in the room, would you not shut the conversation down? And then Arin was like nodding her head, like, is it nodding her head, or she was signaling no that Nini will not shut it down. And she now brought up a scenario that happened in the house where the conversation was kind of like about Arin, and Nini did not shut it down. So that was what she was using to judge the situation.
There's some people here, I will go down dirty with them. I don't give a I like that stupid ugly who carry your input for face like celebrity. I'm a madman.
So from the clip that they showed us, I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit different. The situation is a little bit different. This one where they showed Nini and Pere, it was just like there was an argument going on. Pere said something. I don't feel like it was a situation where Nini would just say, oh, don't call her this, don't call her that. It was just him being heated up, and they were trying to calm the situation down. I don't think her attending to it at that point would have made sense, right? This one is like the conversation with Angel is different. Like they sat down, discussed, so I think it's a different situation. But I can understand why Arin would have felt kind of hot, because it made it seem like, Nini was kind of supporting, like she wasn't calling him to order. But I think it's a different situation. So they showed that, and Arin just started to speak about the situation, and then Ibuka had to ask them, there's something else that we're not talking about here, because the way the emotions just sprung up, it was obvious that there's something going on between them, and that's when they now started to speak of the issues that they've had since they left the house. So according to Arin, she said that since Nini, and when Nini came out of the house, she kind of like, started to give her an attitude, like she kind of just more like distanced herself from her.
So for her, the lack of emotion, Saga and I, the difference was that I already I already got the reaction like, oh my gosh, my friend is back. But her face was stiff. There was literally no smile, and I was very thrown off.
Then apparently the reason Nini gave for distancing herself from Arin, because they've had the conversation before now. So the reason that Nini gave Arin then for distancing herself was because Arin dropped a comment on that Cross's post during their fights. You guys remember the fights that happened in the house that had to do with bathroom, where Cross wanted to use the bathroom. Nini was washing it, and then she wasn't washing it. More like she wasn't washing it at the right time. She was supposed to wash it after they were done having their bath. But the way Cross went about it was like he got agitated in a way, and then things went from 0 to 100. Nini started raining insults. Like, hey, that day was really, really crazy. And I felt like Nini kind of went overboard, in my own opinion, like the opinion I had then. So now, Nini had an issue with Arin because of that. the comments that Arin dropped under Cross's post.
My Instagram page commented on Cross's page supporting Cross. But if you know anything about my page, is that we're spreading love to everyone. So even on her own page, I was told that we did the same.
But it's not convenient for me to judge parents
on our page
insulting
for
you.
supporting bad behavior.
Nini also pointed out there are certain things that have also happened with them. Apparently, Nini invited Arin for something, for an event also, and Arin came. So Nini was saying that if she knew that she was not cool with her, she should have not come for her event. But Arin was saying that she doesn't have a problem with, she doesn't hate Nini, but she has seen that they're not friends, and the way that she felt like Nini doesn't rate her, basically. So she just figured out that Nini doesn't rate her. It's not as if they're enemies or she has an issue with her, but she just figured that Nini doesn't rate her. That is why. And then Nini also admitted to the fact that it was because of that comment that she just like maybe would I say kept her distance.
It was the live show. She says, "Oh Nini, you didn't hug me well," and I told her whatever she was talking about. I told her, "Arin, I'm going through a lot, and yes, I am angry at you because they said you left a comment on Cross's page, and it's convenient for her to say we're spreading love and light." For
me, I don't know. I don't know what's about the situation. Their friends are gonna sort it out. They're not gonna give me headache. They're not gonna give me any form of headache. I just felt like the reason and the quarrel that was going on wasn't really. I understand Arin's angle. I actually do feel like maybe Nini was actually trying to avoid, maybe not associate with her as like a brand, because Arin made mention of that, like, oh, maybe as Nini came out, people didn't really like Arin as much in the house, and Arin didn't stay long, so maybe Nini wanted to just distance herself. I feel like maybe there's a little bit of that. That's just my opinion, and maybe there's a little bit of that, because Arin also mentioned that Nini did the same thing to Peace. So just avoided Peace when she came out of the house. So it's not only Arin that chop breakfast. It's not only Arin that collected, and Peace was also involved. And you guys know that they were the trio in the house. They used to stay on the same bed and everything. So I just feel like, yeah, there's a possibility that when Nini came out, she just wanted to, not really associate herself with them based on maybe fan base and all. You know how these things work now. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking, because for her to have done it to Peace too, it's not as if Peace really did anything to her. The Peace did anything. So, Then when they asked Saga, Saga started off by giving a disclaimer. He was like, "I'm not trying to offend anybody, but these people loved each other before."
I'm not trying to offend anybody, but Nini loves Arin very much. Arin loves Nini very much, and I'm in the middle of this love because I love everybody much. So Nini hears her own stuff, Arin hears her own stuff, and that's what you're looking at like this. Both of you don't trust each other anymore. It's as simple as that. True or false?
True.
It was a disclaimer for me, to be honest. I was like, okay, you don't want problem. And I think that's about it for their matter. I beg. They were just going around the circles, talking about each other, and that's basically it. Then this is around this point where Angela said that I think we can all agree that Mariah is a effing hypocrite. That then herself and Mariah started to go back and forth. Mariah was telling her to heal. She said she's not going to heal. That that's why she went to stay, sleep with a married man and all. I was like, hey, wow.
I won't heal. Yes, I'm a bitter witch. That's great. I won't heal, but you're a patriarchy princess.
Oh, I really pray you heal.
don't know that woman. Married man fool.
Oh, is that what you want to bring up here? Don't even allow me to bring up all the things you did in Dubai, because you did it in front of everybody I know.
Bring it up.
Please, Maria, come and tell us what happened in Dubai. We want to hear all the gist. Don't be holding gist now. Come and tell us what happened in Dubai. But Angel was, obviously telling her she should say now. People already know her, that people already labeled her to be that person. So it's almost like there's nothing you say now that is gonna disgrace me. You can't shame the shameless, basically. We'll be waiting for the Dubai gist, so please, Maria. Thank you and God bless. Then they now went on to Boma and Angel's conversation, and it was basically about the fight. First of all, they showed us one random video. I don't understand what it was about. It was so random. It was not even really. It had nothing to do with tonight's episode. I don't know why they showed us that.
Do you like Maria? I don't need to tell you. Do you like her? As a friend, I try to know. I feel Maria likes this guy. Well, she wants to use this guy to pepper you.
Multi-choice. Please, why do you show us that? They showed me was asking Emmanuel, do you like Maria? And you know, like, why did that even come up? So yeah, after that they showed us Angel's fight with Boma. For Angel's fight with Boma, that was one of the weirdest fights in the house. It was brutal. He went from 0 to 100 real quick. He started off with F you, I know F you. The next thing, the entered family talk. Boma just went off like to the highest heights. Boma just like he just literally flipped and said a lot of things that were. Well, Boma went far with the conversation.
You bastard. You the whole family.
I'm going to show you better.
What do you want? What do you want?
This is my biggest achievement. I'm going to show you shit. Boma, you
So, Angel was just trying to let Boma know that she said her own things, but for Boma, he went far. He went to her family, like he said everything that could be really hurtful, even her mental health. He used a lot of things. So, but for her, she was kind of mindful of the things she was saying. You guys know that when some people are arguing, they're usually mindful of what they say. And what surprised me was the fact that Boma just acknowledged his fault, and they were trying to have an argument before, but Boma just said he agrees that he was wrong, right? And then the apology came and I was like, wow.
I kept my cool, and all I kept on telling you was you and you're crazy. Or you called me out to my name, called my mother's name.
I did come out to say I was wrong.
So you agreed you were wrong?
Yes.
And you will apologize? I'm sorry.
Wow. I did not see that conversation going that way. I was actually really surprised and proud and happy. I think it's cool. I think when you do that kind of thing, like when things happen in the house, when you have time to reflect on it. You see that this thing clearly doesn't make sense. Just apologize. For the ones that you can argue, there's so many other things that you can argue about when you know that okay, me and you we're at fault, but not something that you know that clearly doesn't make sense. So I think the apology really made sense. That's what I actually expected Maria to do. Not come and say it's my opinion. You can say okay, it was a misunderstanding. This is not how I meant it. I did not mean to maybe slut shame you. I didn't mean to come across that way. I didn't say this so things. I'm sorry, not say it's my opinion. There's a difference between opinion and insulting somebody, right? Like, so, whatever, Angel, Maria's matter, I feel like it's still going to linger on. And Angel is in the middle of almost everything that I've seen so far. Angel, Zukwani, Ke. So, I think that's basically it for this episode. What do you guys think about the episode if you watched it? Let me know. Thanks for watching and don't forget to give it a thumbs up and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Love you.